It's 2017. How did that even happen? Welcome to my 2017 Plan With Me video. Today I'm going to take you through my research spreads, my teaching spreads, my general life spreads, show you my bullet journal, share a bit of what I've learned about bullet journaling and planning over the last year, and hopefully give you some tips and resources to plan 2017. So when I first open up, I have a weekly habits tracker. I haven't actually used this yet, but I will do maybe, I'm not sure, because I do, oh God, I can't get it out. I do track my habits in spreads. So I'll show you that when I get there. And this Annie Dillard quote that says, how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. In here I've just got some fun stickers. So start obviously with the key and then my Calendex. I've got a full gear Calendex. I'll post a link below to an article that explains what the Calendex is and how it works. I use mine slightly differently because I keep an appointments page. So everything that comes in, I write on the appointments page. I put it in with the appropriate mark into the date on the Calendex. And then when I'm setting my weeks up, I can go back to this and see what needs to go into my weeks. Then I've just got some fun stuff that I like. This is a sheet that I made about the humanities and what it means to me. I've written a blog post about this and I'll link that below. I have a drawing that my daughter did, and I have a horizontal pull-out planner, and this just has my daughter's school holiday dates on it. I don't really use that for anything else. It's just a handy way to put holidays in. I'll probably put in when people, my parents, my sister, for example, are visiting. And you can see on this page, I have some lovely stickers of Queen Elsa. Then I go straight into planning, and I've got my 2017 very basic page. I may continue to doodle on this to color it in and various things. I'm not really sure. I just like, I don't know. So then I go straight into January tracker. I'm going to do week blocks rather than putting these into weekly spreads. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then I can keep all of those together and a rolling to do. So I'm going to start trying to keep a rolling to do for every month. At the end of every week, I will draw a line, migrate tasks down. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work. I have been using a rolling to do on a weekly basis, so I'm going to really see what I can do about getting going on a monthly basis. So what I have here is Monday through Sunday, and then a little arrow here, which is the number of times that tasks have been migrated from one week to another. I am not going to let tasks be migrated more than 3 times. So once this number becomes 3, that means I must find time to do that task in that week because it's overdue, essentially. There will be some tasks which don't get numbered as they get migrated on, things which are sort of in the nice to do if I have time category. Not important things. And then I've actually set up the whole of January to show you, but I normally wouldn't really set up more than a week or 2 in advance. So what I've got on my weekly pages is, I'll zoom in to this. What I've got on my weekly pages is, this is what corresponds to my Gantt chart. So these are the tasks which my Gantt chart says I should be doing this week. Then I have in each day except Saturday and Sunday, I have a writing log where I'm going to keep track of how much writing I'm doing. I'm not resolving to write every day. I know that writing every day is a good practice which works for a lot of people, but it doesn't really work for me. So I'm not going to force myself to do it, but I do want to make sure, particularly as I start a teaching heavy role at Leicester, I do want to make sure that I'm writing regularly, writing every week, increasing my output. That's not necessarily polished outputs, but increasing the production of work that I'm doing. In my writing log, I include separately research, pedagogy writing, reflective writing, blog posts. I think that's all. And other bits of writing which I may need to do, like book reviews. So you can see my weeks just go on in that fashion. And on. And then I get into my goals spreads. Some of this stuff you will have seen before. This page has been with me for a long time. It says, set goals, stay quiet about them, smash them, cheer for yourself, repeat. When in doubt, go and watch Derek Silver's TED Talk, Keep Your Goals to Yourself. I will link the video of that below. Take some time every single day to make sure you are working towards them. Make priority goals for each day, week, and month. These should reflect a balance of short, medium, long-term goals. Think about yourself. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. This is easy to say and hard to do. So in that vein, I'm going to show you my goal spreads, but I'm not going to talk through what my goals for this year are. So I have a little book. This is from Kiki K. Focus. Doesn't want to focus. My 2017 goals journal. And this is the 5, except I've only done 4 so far, biggest goals that I want to complete this year. So on each of these pages is what the goal is, the date that it should be achieved, why I want to achieve this goal, what's holding me back, what obstacles am I facing, how am I going to accomplish this goal, the reward, and then 4 action steps so that you can plan out step by step how you need to get to the end point. So I've done 4 of those. I've got a bit of a 2017 mind map, things that I want to accomplish under the headings public, teaching, career, and research. Then I have my 1, 3, and 5 year goals. So these are my 1 year goals ending July 31st this year. And I will revisit them on July 31st of this year to see if I have completed my 1 year goals, how I'm going on my 3 year goals, what's happening with my 5 year goals, and to move along, set new 1 year goals, perhaps move something from my 5 year to my 3 year, see what needs to be added to my 5 year goals. That's something that I do in July every year. I don't know why it's July. I assume because it's sort of a nice end point between the end of one academic year and the start of another. I can't actually remember. Maybe it was an arbitrary date that I decided to sit down and write goals. So there you go. And one of my biggest goals, which I have called Operation Ref, which I'm sure you have, if you've watched any of my other bullet journal videos, or if you have seen my bullet journal Instagram, you will probably have seen this page. And then a plastic pocket, which just goes here because it does. So, my Gantt chart. This is where I cross-reference to these sections. So for this week, I'm working on chapter 2, editing chapter 2 of Reciprocity and Death, and working on my Athena article / CA paper. So that's what it says here. Reciprocity and Death, chapter 2, Athena article. That way I always know that I am on track with the projects that I have mapped out to do for that week or month or whatever. So if you use a Gantt chart, if you want to start using a Gantt chart, it's really important to cross-reference it with your diary, with your planner pages. It's no use just planning things out and then not sticking to it. You need to continually reference it for it to work. I've actually shortened the length of my Gantt charts. I used to do 8-month Gantt charts or 9-month Gantt charts, I think. I've actually decided to just start doing 6-month Gantt charts. I found that 6 months is a really good length of time for me to specifically plan. That is not for everybody. That is how I work. You need to figure out what kind of length of time works best for you. So then I go into my research pipeline. As you can see, a couple of my things are sort of moving along. I have also removed some things from my research pipeline, things which were sort of cluttering up my brain as things when I looked at this, I felt with urgency that aren't urgent, that I have things that I need to get done. So I have found that the fewer things I have on the pipeline at any time, the faster I actually progress on them. Moving on. So I have my writing log. This is an old writing log up to the end of December. As I said, I'm now going to be putting those writing logs on my weekly planner. I have my reading log. This is a brand new one, as you can see. My scholar stats, again, this is a new one. So you can see I have scholar's name, gender, nationality, ethnicity, security, and career stage. I think this is something really important to track because I care really deeply about opening up access to academia and particularly to classics and ancient history. And so I want to make sure that in my teaching and my research, I am using and reading as diverse a scholarship base as I can. And even in places where there are not non-old white Oxbridge guys to read, that I am making a conscious effort to find other voices and read them and cite them. So then I just have my references to chase up. So what I tend to record is what the reference is, where I found it, and what project it relates to. And then when I read it and make notes on it, I note in here where those notes are, cross-referenced to my numbered notebooks. The reason that I note these down, where I found a reference and what project it relates to, or what part of a project it relates to, is because of the number of times that I went back to references and thought, why did I want to read this again? So I know I'm not the only one who did that. Publication plans for the next big project, mapped out, books, articles, events, outreach. That's the old version of it. I need to transfer this page onto the back of this page. So this is grant plans, things which I might be eligible for in the next couple of years, things which I might want to start thinking about developing projects for, about how my research might fit into some of those projects. Academic otters, I'm going to link to Liz Gloyn's blog post about academic otters. This is just a page where I can jot down ideas that I have that don't relate to what I'm doing at the moment, so that I don't forget them. One of those things that's always in the back of my mind is looking at the way that other scholars use Herodotus 8:144-2, which is the shared Greekness, shared language, shared gods, shared language. I said language. What is it? Language, customs, gods. I'm really interested in the way that other scholars use this passage, and so I've just started recording that. And that's one of the beautiful things about a bullet journal system, is you can do that very easily. You can go, oh, this is something I'm interested in and I want to keep making a note of it. You can just make a page and put it in. And that's why particularly I love a ring binder system. So this ambiguously titled section is career. I'm not going to show you too much of this. In fact, I think I'm only going to show you the first couple of pages. So this is my CV balloons. I have for a long time worked on Karen Kelsky's 12 lines a year system. Actually, I think she advocates 9 lines a year, 1 line a month for every month except summer. I do 12 from September to September. So that's how I'm going this year. So I'm ahead. Yay for me. Some notes on a jobs.ac.uk booklet, and a checklist of some things that I'm doing that I need to get done. And that's, I think, all I want to show you in that section. Teaching, I don't have very much in here yet, but this is how I've set it up so far. I've taken inspiration from my research pipeline and have made this teaching tracker. So this is class title and code, preparation for the various weeks, 1 to 10, writing, essays, exams, other. So that's the actual writing of the assessment tasks, marking, essay 1, essay 2, exams, other, report 1, report 2, and some spaces for other stuff which I might need to put in. That's all I've got in teaching at the moment. And then social media. So I track my stats because I'm a stats geek. I haven't made very many YouTube plans for this year yet, as you can see, but I'm about to start doing that. I found that the system that I was using last year didn't work because I didn't come back and I came back and checked it and did all these videos, but I didn't check off when I'm filmed, edited, and posted them. So this is my original planning for the How I Plan series, which I want to take forward into 2017. Some notes that I made for a vlog that I did on note-taking. My plans for this week at We the Humanities. And then this is my how I feel. So every day I'm going to write down a brief sentence about how I feel and what's going on, and I'm just going to keep filling those up. And then I just have blank note paper. I'm going to take some of this lined note paper out because I don't use it. I love dotted note paper, but I find this square note paper is just easier to find. Then I have some stickers and another plastic pocket with a mindfulness journal in it that I am, where are you, gonna start using? Nope, that doesn't want to go. Again, this is from Kiki K. I don't think I want to actually use this journal, but I want to take some inspiration from what this is showing. So this says date, and then on a scale of tired to energetic, unhappy, happy, etc. Strained, relaxed. But I want to make these a bit more relevant to me. And then I just have a notes page. I have 3 markers in here, which one I always keep at today, one I always keep at the research pipeline, and the other one I keep at whatever I need to be looking at this week. So that's We the Humanities today. So that's my 2017 plan with me. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any questions or comments in the description below. Please check out my bullet journal Instagram. The link is below. I will have detailed photos of all of these spreads up there, and I will see you next time. Bye.